I am extremely grateful. I mean, you saved my life.
Whether it's a rescue on the icy slopes of Mount Hood, a quick response to crisis, patrolling the waterways, or working with citizens on the streets, the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is there.
In times of crisis, the exciting thing is you really do see we as an organization come together to really do what needs to be done to keep our communities safe.
From the remote wilderness to close-knit small towns, we are your deputies in your town.
I grew up in Gresham, Fairview, so familiar with Clackamas. And
as a patrol deputy, Mendoza is on the front lines interacting with the public every day.
Really do try to treat people with respect and try to understand that when they are dealing with police that a lot of times they are in crisis.
It's a tough job. More than 120 deputies are assigned to patrol for the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office. There is no typical day when you're on the road.
It's a really hard and demanding job, and every day they rise to the occasion.
The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office has been patrolling the area for more than 150 years, since 1843 when the first Oregon sheriff was elected.
We've been doing this better, longer than anyone else around, so we have a history that has brought us to where we are today.
Now, the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is made up of more than 580 employees, hardworking individuals dedicated to keeping our communities safe. When offenders break the law, they end up at the Clackamas County Jail. With 465 beds and 15,000 bookings a year, it's a busy place.
We are basically a small city right in this one area, and our staff are able to do everything from our food services to our medical to our security to every part of this jail is ran independently of themselves.
The Clackamas County Jail is recognized as being one of the best in the state. It's a place where inmates are kept safe and treated with respect. But law enforcement is much more than just putting people behind bars. It's about helping put lives back together so offenders don't end up back in the system.
They're somebody's daughter, somebody's mother, somebody really truly cares about them, and I think that it's in the best interest of all of us to really look at what we can do to impact future crimes.
25-year-old Lyndsey Hood was that person. Once in jail for drugs and identity theft, she is now clean and sober.
I'm so incredibly grateful for just this opportunity.
Lyndsey was given a second chance through the Clackamas County Substance Abuse Program, a nationally recognized 18-month treatment program aimed at treating not only the drug addiction, but the criminal thinking patterns that drive criminal conduct.
I guess it just changed my whole outlook on life and how I go about my life.
We didn't change her life. We gave her the opportunity. We provided the environment, we provided the information, and ultimately it was her decision to make that life change.
She's just a great example of how this program can work and really make a huge difference in our community.
The Clackamas County Substance Abuse Program is just one of many programs Community Corrections oversees. On any given day, Community Corrections supervises 3,000 offenders in the county.
Every non-successful story has a successful story. So you just don't lose sight of our purpose, the mission at hand, and it's very rewarding when you see people change their lives.
Another way the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is keeping our community safe is by cracking down on sex offenders. In 2007, the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office established the Interagency Child Exploitation Prevention Team known as Intercept. This team protects our most vulnerable, children, by combining resources of local, state, and federal law enforcement in the fight against online sexual predators in Oregon and the surrounding region.
People ask me all the time, how do you do it? And I think I always give the same answer, how can I not do it? I think knowing that what I'm doing is making a difference in a child's life is what keeps me going every day.
Clackamas County Sheriff's Office detectives see every case from start to finish and never forget who they are fighting for. As a detective on the child abuse team, Kyser shares her passion.
There's no more imperative role in law enforcement than protecting our kids.
The child abuse team focuses on investigating crimes against children, like sexual and physical abuse and neglect.
They're not easy cases to prosecute. There's so many different components involved with a child abuse or neglect situation, and being able to work with all these different agencies that we do, that's not something that happens overnight. It takes years of experience in building those relationships.
It's that kind of dedication that sets the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office apart. The narcotics team is helping keep drugs off the street and out of your neighborhood through the work of the Clackamas County Interagency Task Force, a coalition of local and federal law enforcement officials working together to reduce drug and property crimes.
Having the task force made up of the individual partners within the county is just much more effective than each agency trying to deal with the problem themselves.
The task force targets illegal drug trafficking organizations and distributors, large and small.
We'll hear the suspect say, no, I'm not interested in going into Clackamas County because of the reputation of the task force.
Clackamas County leads the state in pursuing so-called Lynn bias cases, which allows stiffer penalties against people involved in the distribution of drugs to a person who later dies from a fatal overdose.
I like to be able to look at the families and say, this is what we were able to do. And I know that we can't bring your son or daughter back, but all these people are being held accountable for the death of your son or daughter.
Putting people first, the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office continues to lead the way in law enforcement. Every individual leaves a lasting legacy on the lives they touch.
It isn't about me, as I always say. It's really about us. We are a team collectively, and not one of us can do this alone.